today I'm gonna turn Rilakkuma into a Christmas pudding. And he tastes like chocolate and gingerbread. This is a Christmas pudding cake, so it's actually way easier than a regular Christmas pudding. I'm gonna get all the dry ingredients together, so the flour, the sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, salt, and some gingerbread spice. And mix that all together in a bowl. And then to that same bowl, because this is a one bowl cake mix, it's so easy, I'm gonna add some milk, some vegetable oil, some eggs and vanilla extract, and mix it all together. Then we're gonna add some boiling water and mix it all up. But I know it seems weird adding boiling water, but it's fine. It won't like cook the cake, don't worry. Now I'm gonna divide it between 3 pans and I'm gonna bake them in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 to 35 minutes. So now they are all finished and they're super moist and super good. This is like my favorite cake recipe. And once they've cooled, I'm just gonna trim off the top of just 2 of the cakes and then stack them together. And now I'm gonna carve it into the shape of Rilakkuma pudding. No. Now I'm gonna carve it into the shape of the pudding. So just doing like a little dome, but we're gonna save everything that we're cutting off because this is how we're gonna create Rilakkuma ears. So now to make the frosting, we're gonna do 2 kinds of frosting, but the base is the same one because that is so much easier. So I have some butter and then just gonna beat that with an electric mixer until it's nice and fluffy. And now we're gonna add some vanilla extract and some milk. And some powdered sugar. And now I'm gonna put about a third of it in a separate bowl, and that's gonna stay white. It looks so much like mashed potatoes right now. Like, I don't know why, that's like all I'm thinking. And to the larger amount, we're gonna add some cocoa powder, and that is gonna create the like chocolate frosting for the main cake. So now to assemble Rilakkuma. In between each of the layers, I'm gonna spread some chocolate buttercream, and then I got some dried cranberries and I soaked them in some pineapple juice overnight because I feel like that will give us that like Christmas pudding kind of flavor. I'm gonna do that with the second layer. And then I'm gonna cover the cake in a thin layer of frosting. We're gonna take about 2/3 of the cake scraps that we have. I'm gonna take my same electric mixer and just go at them, and this is gonna break them into small little pieces. That's so much easier than using your hands. Now we're gonna add a dollop of buttercream. So this is basically like what a cake pop is, but I love this because we don't have to use fondant. I don't like fondant, and this is like a much more delicious option. I'm just gonna shape them into Rilakkuma ears. Now I'm gonna stick some paper straws in. This is gonna help us attach the ears to the cake in a couple steps down the line. First, we wanna pop these into the freezer because we want them to set and be firm. And then while they are in the freezer, I'm gonna add another thicker coating of chocolate buttercream all over the cake. And now it's time for the ears, and they get their chocolate buttercream too. And now to bring this from like generic bear into Rilakkuma. So I put the white buttercream in a piping bag with a large round piping tip and piped what looks like the little white drizzle. I think it's like a glaze. I think it's like supposed to be royal icing, but it's buttercream here because like royal icing on a cake would be weird. So I dyed the remaining white buttercream red and green, and for the green I snipped the piping bag to look like this, and then I rotated the piping bag to pipe the holly on top. So I was gonna do fondant, but I'm like, no, we're gonna stick with all buttercream. And the red we are using to create the berries. And then for Rilakkuma face, I did some of the chocolate buttercream black, and that's how we're doing his features. Now I didn't do his snout. Like I didn't do this part, and like I'm not sure how happy I'm with it. It's also like the face is kind of like off center, but it's okay. Look at how yummy it looks when it's sliced. Oh my gosh, he looks so cute and so festive. And do you know who also likes Christmas pudding? Paddington!
Oh, you got it all.